Have you ever wondered how to navigate the challenges of aging while balancing the needs of your family? As we enter our 70s, our bodies and lives undergo significant changes, making it crucial to adopt a low-desire lifestyle and make wise choices. In this video, we'll uncover 6 key pitfalls to avoid for a peaceful and fulfilling old age. Why should you watch until the end? Understanding these essential guidelines can transform your later years into a time of tranquility and joy, free from common pitfalls that could otherwise lead to stress and dissatisfaction. Whether you're approaching this milestone or caring for someone who is, these insights will help you make the most of this precious stage of life. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. First, don't work hard to help your children. Your children and grandchildren have their own lives and responsibilities, and it's important to recognize that they need to build their fortunes. Consider the experience of An Wang, who is now in her 60s. She decided to assist her daughter by caring for her grandchild until the child started elementary school. What seemed like a short-term commitment quickly stretched into 8 years. As time passed, An Wang approached her 70s, and she noticed a significant decline in her physical strength. Despite her need for rest, her daughter had another baby, and driven by love and a sense of duty, An Wang chose to continue providing support for the new child as well. However, when the new baby turned 3, An Wang faced a serious setback. While chasing after the child in the community, she suffered a fall that led to a fracture. This accident caused her considerable pain and also placed an additional burden on her daughter, who now had to hire a nanny to manage the care of both the children and her injured mother. An Wang's experience serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of self-care and recognizing one's limitations. In your 70s, your body is inherently more fragile, and it's essential to have a clear understanding of this reality. By prioritizing your health and well-being, you are also contributing positively to your children's lives. Taking care of yourself is not only a matter of personal health, but also a crucial way to ensure you can continue to be a supportive and present part of your family's life without imposing undue strain on them. Second, don't demand longevity. In the later stages of life, the obsession with extending one's years often comes with unforeseen and sorrowful consequences. Many people over 70 find themselves caught in a whirlwind of health obsession, pouring money into an array of supplements, expensive gadgets, and various therapies, all in the hope of preserving their vitality. They invest their time, energy, and finances believing that these measures will stave off the inevitable decline. Yet, in the end, this fervent pursuit rarely achieves its goal. Instead, these individuals may fall victim to unscrupulous schemes, losing not only their hard-earned savings but also their trust and peace of mind. In their desperation, they may even worsen their health, further complicating their situation. Moreover, this fixation on health preservation can lead to unintended consequences on a more personal level. The obsession often fosters tension within families, creating rifts and strained relationships with loved ones. The focus on longevity can overshadow the more meaningful aspects of life, such as family connections and personal dignity. The emotional toll of these conflicts can cast a shadow over one's remaining years, turning what could be a time of reflection and joy into one marked by isolation and regret. After reaching the age of 70, each additional day should be seen as a precious gift rather than a mere extension of time. The true essence of life in one's later years lies not in the number of days lived, but in the quality and dignity with which those days are spent. A life that is long but devoid of respect, love, and fulfillment is far from ideal. Therefore, it is crucial not to demand or obsess over longevity, but to cherish the moments of grace and connection that truly enrich our later years. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Third, don't seek to make money. If life bestows upon you financial abundance, It will come in its own time. If not, resist the urge to force it. Research reveals a poignant truth: continuing to work past the age of 70 can inadvertently shorten your life, potentially robbing you of up to 2 precious years for each additional year of labor. While it's true that many people today, blessed with improved health, choose to re-enter the workforce in their 60s, taking on roles such as security guards or cleaners, which are physically manageable once you surpass 70, the demands of these jobs can become overwhelmingly exhausting. Imagine the strain of staying up all night as a security guard, the grueling effort of managing multiple floors as a cleaner, or the relentless toil of farming alone with a hoe. These tasks, which might have seemed feasible in your younger years, can become nearly unbearable as age advances. The pursuit of money should not overshadow the simple joy of having enough. The essence of a fulfilling life in your later years lies not in accumulating wealth but in having sufficient resources to cover your basic needs. In rural areas, a few hundred yuan may suffice for monthly living expenses. In the city, a bit over 1,000 yuan might be all that's necessary. With medical expenses often covered by insurance, the burden of financial worry can be significantly eased. At such a venerable stage in life, it's crucial to embrace the serenity that comes from knowing that money, though useful, is not worth the toll it might take on your health and well-being. Instead, focus on the precious moments of peace and fulfillment, cherishing each day as a gift rather than a battle for more. Fourth, don't be driven by lust. In long-term relationships, especially among older couples, it's vital to remember the value of companionship that has been built over a lifetime. There have been disturbing reports of elderly individuals in their 60s and 70s engaging in activities like prostitution or seeking divorce from their long-term spouses to pursue new romantic interests, only to find themselves in situations of betrayal or complicated legal battles. While it's natural for older adults to experience sexual desires, it's crucial to prioritize emotional support, health, and family harmony over fleeting passions. By the time one reaches their 70s, most of life's journey has been traveled, and it's important to cultivate a mature perspective on such desires. True love is already a rare commodity among younger generations, and it becomes even more elusive among the elderly, where relationships can often be influenced by financial motives rather than genuine affection. In the later years of life, a simple, peaceful existence is far more valuable and fulfilling than the turmoil that often accompanies romantic entanglements. Embracing a life of serenity and meaningful connections, rather than chasing after transient desires, is the true treasure in old age. Fifth, don't engage in excessive socializing. In the grand tapestry of life, all gatherings eventually come to an end. Life itself is a journey marked by transitions from abundance to scarcity, from the bustling presence of many to the quiet solitude of fewer companions. As you approach retirement and beyond, you will witness the gradual departure of friends and acquaintances. By the age of 60, many from your social circle may start to fade away, and by 70, the number of those remaining aside from your close family members will diminish significantly. This is the natural course of life, a pattern that unfolds for everyone. At this stage, it's important to embrace and accept these changes as part of the natural order. Socializing may become less necessary or even desirable. Those who have departed were meant to leave, and the true core of your support system remains with your family. In the twilight years of your life, the focus should shift to cherishing the presence of those who truly matter: your spouse, children, and loved ones. Retreating from the hustle of social engagements and immersing yourself in the warmth of family life can bring the most profound joy. Embrace this quieter phase, where the simplicity of shared moments with loved ones becomes the greatest source of happiness and fulfillment. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Sixth, don't travel extensively. When you carry a sense of utopia within you, every place has the potential to feel like a paradise. However, it's important to recognize the risks that come with extensive travel, particularly for the elderly. There have been numerous tragic incidents where older adults have suffered accidents while traveling. For example, there was a case where 11 recently retired elderly individuals embarked on a trip to a well-known tourist destination and tragically, 7 of them lost their lives. After the age of 70, home should become the primary focus for retirement. Long-distance journeys should be minimized. A quick trip to the market might be the extent of travel you undertake. Embracing a simple and stable life at home, while ensuring the health and peace of mind of your children, provides the most fulfilling and secure environment. Pu Songling, in his Strange Stories from a Chinese Studio, remarked that the most frightening thing is not supernatural beings but the unpredictability of the human heart. In today's world, where societal chaos and human desires often seem endless, it becomes crucial to manage one's desires and maintain calmness. At the age of 70, after enduring numerous life trials and tribulations, adopting a mindset of simplicity and lower desires can lead to greater happiness and tranquility in old age. Observing a few key principles, such as avoiding excessive travel, helps foster a more serene and fulfilling retirement. In summary, human desires are vast and boundless, akin to fields, oceans, and the infinite universe. As we age, it is vital to consciously lower our expectations, allowing our children to take charge of their own lives and to let go when necessary. It is important not to burden yourself or them unduly. Lifespans are finite, and there is no need to insist on longevity if each day is filled with joy. The most valuable emotion in life is the enduring love from family. Do not chase after fleeting notions of love or seek excessive indulgence. Rich food does not always equate to happiness, and a restrictive diet is not synonymous with suffering. Embrace contentment and happiness. Lead a simple life, nurture your spirit, take care of your health, and cherish your time with family. Returning to a simpler, more genuine way of living is an act of self-love and contributes to family harmony. May each 70-year-old greet their later years with wisdom and grace, enjoying familial bliss and a life free from worries and full of joy. A new trend is emerging where older parents are increasingly reliant on their children, which is becoming a growing concern. For instance, a 61-year-old woman recently shared her frustrations about this trend. She described how what is traditionally considered filial piety has turned into a personal ordeal for her. She recounted, "My name is Lu, and I am 61 years old, living in Changchun, Jin. I retired at 55 from my job with a significant pension and have substantial savings from my late husband, who received a large compensation package following a workplace accident. My only son is my sole support. Especially after my husband passed away early, which deeply affected me. I often reflect on him with a profound sense of loss." During her son's college years, she found herself alone at home, and the silence was overwhelming, punctuated only by her tears. In response, she began to seek out new ways to enrich her life. She made many friends through travel and enjoyed exploring new destinations. When she was without company, she found solace in dancing with friends or immersing herself in books and gardening at home. Despite the emotional challenges, she found that her materially comfortable life contributed to her overall well-being and happiness. This story highlights how some older adults are adapting to significant life changes and how the expectations of filial piety can sometimes become a burden rather than a source of comfort. Balancing personal fulfillment with familial responsibilities is becoming increasingly important as these dynamics evolve. 2 years into my retirement, my son graduated from university. I suggested he take a local job, highlighting that this opportunity could spare him 20 years of hard work and help him settle down sooner. Although some viewed my request as selfish, my desire to have my child close to home for warmth and companionship outweighed their opinions. My son, being respectful of my wishes, agreed and returned home to work locally. Using my connections, I helped him land a good position. However, he soon found the job both tedious and unchallenging, eventually resigning. I wasn't initially upset and continued to leverage my connections to secure him another role, this time with a company managed by a close friend of his late father, who promised to train him for future leadership. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Despite this opportunity, my son struggled with the new job, often leading to a lax attitude among his colleagues, with workers frequently playing games during office hours. This behavior was embarrassing, so I encouraged him to leave the job. After his departure, he mostly stayed home, spending his time playing games and showing little interest in pursuing work. Concerned about his lack of ambition and maturity, I decided that finding him a spouse might offer him the guidance he needed. I took the lead in arranging a match for him, despite his apparent disinterest in marriage. I soon found a suitable partner and quickly orchestrated their marriage. Once married, I urged them to either work or start a business. They chose to pursue employment, and my home, once again filled with activity, was no longer as quiet. As the household became busier, I found myself managing all the chores alone. Although life was more demanding, it was a step up from the isolation I had felt previously. However, this period of relative stability didn't last long. Before I knew it, my role had shifted to that of a caretaker. My son and daughter-in-law began neglecting household responsibilities, leaving all the chores to me. When I asked for assistance, my daughter-in-law claimed her job was too exhausting and expected me to handle more. My son, too, insisted that his work schedule left him with no time to help. In addition to daily chores, I frequently took care of their child, handling school runs, preparing breakfast, and cooking dinner. I endeavored to manage everything within my capacity for the sake of my family. Now in my 60s, I had hoped that my child's marriage would ease my burden, but instead my responsibilities have only intensified. I find myself longing for a simpler, more relaxed life, envying those who seem to have more peace and less toil. There was a time when I was so utterly exhausted from the day's demands that I simply couldn't muster the energy to prepare dinner. To my dismay, my son accused me of being lazy and constantly nagging. His words left me feeling stunned and powerless. In my distress, I concocted a reason to escape and spent a few days at a friend's house, reluctant to return home. When my daughter-in-law called, asking me to come back promptly to assist with their child, I felt a deep-seated reluctance to help anymore. Upon my return, I planned to sit down for a serious discussion with both my son and daughter-in-law. The weight of their demanding lives has become overwhelming, and I find myself unable to cope with the constant pressure. This experience, though personal, is emblematic of a broader issue faced by many elderly parents today. Throughout their children's formative years, parents toil tirelessly to provide for them. Even after their children have grown, these parents often continue to make sacrifices for their offspring. In my case, however, the situation has deteriorated to the point where I feel more like a servant than a cherished parent. What I once saw as an expression of filial piety has now morphed into a distressing and unmanageable burden since my retirement. And Louisiana's experience serves as a poignant reminder for elderly parents about the dangers of overindulging their children. When parents excessively pamper their children, it can lead to them becoming overly dependent and irresponsible. Parents need to instill a sense of independence and self-reliance in their children so they can confront life's challenges and truly appreciate their parents' sacrifices. Establishing boundaries is crucial for elderly parents. While it's important to offer help to one's children, it should be done within reasonable limits. For instance, providing occasional assistance with childcare or household tasks is acceptable, but taking on all responsibilities can result in severe burnout. Effective communication is crucial. Convey your financial boundaries and limitations to your children so they understand your situation and expectations. Encourage them to take on their responsibilities, such as securing stable employment and managing their finances. Supporting their journey toward independence is essential, as developing self-sufficiency will serve them well throughout their lives. As elderly parents, it is important to strike a careful balance between providing assistance to your children and pursuing your happiness. Make time for activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, whether that's traveling, diving into a good book, or spending quality time with friends. A well-rounded and satisfying life not only contributes to your overall well-being, but also enables you to be a more effective and less overwhelmed supporter of your children. Balancing your own needs with those of your children will lead to a healthier and more harmonious family dynamic. Thank you for watching. We've covered 6 essential guidelines to help you maintain a low-desire lifestyle and enjoy a peaceful, fulfilling old age. From avoiding the pitfalls of overworking to managing your desires and socializing wisely, These tips are designed to enhance your well-being as you enter this important stage of life. So what insights have you gained from this video? Is there a particular piece of advice that resonated with you and that you plan to incorporate into your life? We'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts and what you'll be putting into practice in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content that supports your journey to a fulfilling life. Your engagement helps us continue creating valuable resources for you.